Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as we embark on an odyssey into the realm of verbal fisticuffs, where Adam22, a luminary in the hip-hop cosmos, unsheathes the sword of truth in a titanic tussle against the might of Joe Budden's perceived pettiness and vengefulness.
It's a silly goose.
Some people you'll fire back at, like Joe Budden was giving you some, right? And then you lit up Joe Budden.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Budden.
Depend who it is?
He's just like a weirdly like vengeful, petty type of person where like I went on his podcast and basically just like went to war with him and his co-hosts and pretty much like destroyed them and just like basically left them looking like shells of their former selves. And then I felt like instead of just accepting that L, Joe Budden like found all these like weird little roundabout ways to kind of like diss me and get at me.
Yeah.
And I just had a lot of people in the hip hop industry tell me not to trust him and tell me that he's basically a piece of shit. And I got a bunch of warnings, didn't go for it. And then as time went by, it kind of proved itself to me of like, oh, this guy is a very good entertainer, but he's also really,
he just seems like, he just seems salty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Drake said, he's like, you guys are listening to this guy who never made it.
Oh, you don't know Joe Budden? Okay.
Oh, okay, I know that guy.
Yeah, look at this today. TMZ.
Big podcaster now.
Adam22 calls out Joe Budden for bashing his marriage to another plug. Look how topical we are.
I love it. But again, that's how you cut through all the noise, right?
Yeah. I mean, we got TMZ on speed dial. We hit him up anytime we got anything going on. So that's how it goes. I didn't tell him to talk about this. I just told him about the scene. This is little D right there.
And Joe Budden's basically saying what?
Well, he was saying that he thinks my relationship is fake, that we're using an inappropriate definition of the word wife. He thinks the whole thing is just for content. It's like, bro, we have a kid together. We're about to have another kid, not now, but like probably this year we're about to start going for another kid. I don't know. It's weird how people see something that's slightly outside the realm of possibility in their relationships and decide that therefore this must all be a work.
Or judge it.
Yeah.
Like you have no clue.
Yeah.
I think Joe, a lot of people mess up too. They think for whatever reason, because you have tattoos on your face that you're dumb. Like when you said you lit up Joe Budden, it's like, yeah. Adam's not a dumb dude.
They had me on the show and they tried to use a bunch of like 2016 arguments about like, well, you interview gang members and you ask them about being in gangs and so therefore that's bad. Like you're making them get themselves in trouble. And it's just like, bro, we've come too far as a internet community to think that people are going to be fooled by these boring arguments. Like, just stop.
Yeah. It's very true. What do you
In this verbal battleground, reminiscent of epic duels between gladiators in the Colosseum, Adam22 recounts a skirmish of ideas with Joe Budden, where the sparks of discourse flew like arrows in a medieval battlefield. Adam22, a wordsmith in his own right, dons the armor of recollection, revisiting a podcast encounter where he claims to have left Joe Budden and his co-host diminished, akin to a victorious general surveying the aftermath of a strategic triumph. Yet, the tale takes an unexpected twist, as Adam22 alleges that instead of gracefully conceding defeat, Joe Budden, like a cunning sorcerer, wielded indirect dice to cast a shadow over their verbal joust. Like a cryptic graffiti mural on the walls of perception, questions arise about the authenticity of Adam22's engagement with a culture deeply rooted in the experiences and narratives of Black individuals. Adam22, a figure straddling the line between observer and participant, is not exempt from the scrutinizing eyes that guard the gates of hip-hop authenticity. The suspicion that lingers in the air, like the scent of rain before a storm, stems from the age-old concern about cultural appropriation and the commodification of a genre born from the struggles and triumphs of the Black community. The Black community, like a guardian of ancient wisdom, has seen the ebb and flow of outsiders attempting to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of hip-hop. The suspicion directed at Adam22 is a testament to a history marked by the exploitation and dilution of Black culture for mainstream consumption. It echoes the cautionary tales of those who have witnessed the misappropriation of their art forms, from jazz to rock to hip-hop. The crux of this suspicion lies in questions about Adam22's motives and understanding. Is he a genuine ally, seeking to amplify the voices of the marginalized, or is he a cultural tourist, capitalizing on the allure of hip-hop without a genuine commitment to its roots? The Black community, with a discerning eye honed by years of navigating a complex social landscape, raises these questions as safeguards against the encroachment of cultural vultures. Adam22's engagement with hip-hop, punctuated by tattoos and a platform that amplifies diverse voices, becomes a canvas upon which this suspicion is painted. The tattoos, like hieroglyphs on his skin, are scrutinized for their authenticity, as the Black community deciphers whether they represent a genuine connection to the struggles embedded in the culture or if they are mere aesthetic adornments. The suspicion also extends to Adam22's platform, a digital agora where the narratives of hip-hop unfold. As a gatekeeper of sorts, Adam22's role in curating and disseminating stories becomes a focal point of inquiry. Is he amplifying authentic voices or perpetuating stereotypes? The Black community, protective of the narratives that shape their identity, probes into the intentions behind the narratives Adam22 chooses to elevate. This suspicion is not merely a knee-jerk reaction but a response to a historical context where cultural extraction has been a recurrent theme. The Black community, resilient in the face of a cultural landscape riddled with appropriation, approaches Adam22 with a skepticism grounded in the lessons of the past. The undercurrents of distrust flow through the narrative as Adam22 unveils warnings from the hip-hop oracle, cautioning against trusting Joe Budden, the deceitful weaver of webs. The narrative echoes through the corridors of ancient Greek tragedies, where the capriciousness of fate lurks beneath the veneer of camaraderie, revealing the treacherous terrain of the entertainment industry. Adam22, with the sagacity of an elder imparting wisdom around a tribal fire, contends that Joe Budden, though a skilled entertainer, harbors bitterness akin to the poisoned chalice of Hamlet. The resonance of Drake's words, questioning Joe Budden's industry success, reverberates through the conversation, painting a portrait of a man haunted by the specters of unfulfilled aspirations. The narrative thread tightens as Adam22 unveils accusations of Joe Budden questioning the authenticity of his familial bonds. Like a wise elder invoking proverbs, Adam22 rebukes these insinuations, asserting the solidity of his relationship by proclaiming his plans for progeny. In the spirit of Yoruba wisdom, he chastises Joe Budden for not discerning the truth of his familial ties, cautioning against casting aspersions without peering into the depths of reality. The conversation takes a philosophical turn as Adam22 and Brendan Schaub dissect the pitfalls of underestimating others based on external trappings. Like a hip-hop Socrates, they philosophize on the superficial judgments that often cloud the true essence of individuals, drawing parallels to Joe Budden's attempts to discredit Adam22's work based on outdated arguments about interviewing gang members. In this verbal symphony, Adam22 emerges as a bard, weaving a narrative that critiques Joe Budden's actions while also shedding light on the broader challenges of navigating the hip-hop amphitheater. The tale transcends mere verbal sparring, offering insights into the complexities of interpersonal dynamics and the perils of underestimating the resilience of those who bear the tattoos of wisdom on their skin. As the rhetorical dust settles, we are left with a tale of caution and introspection, where the lessons gleaned from the clash between Adam22 and Joe Budden become fragments of ancient wisdom, urging us to peer beyond the surface and navigate the mazes of discourse with the discernment of seasoned philosophers.